Hi friends, it's Amy Frillici from the Gathering Inkspiration Stamp Studio, and today I have a super fun holiday, a Christmas wishes card to show you. Before I do that though, because I've been having so much fun today designing cards that are using all of the same product it's actually from our annual catalog, so that's kind of cool. You can actually order that anytime that you like. But I want to show you. So these are some of the other cards that I'm making. These are all for an upcoming class that I'm going to be having. So you can see they all kind of coordinate very nicely. And then there's one other super fun project. This is one of it's like a little mini pizza box. And I just put, it's like a belly band on it. And so this is just going to slide on and off, and then put like fun treats, or you could even make little 3x3 note cards to go inside here, and then we have envelopes in the holiday catalog as well. But that's the kind of cool thing is for the most part, all of the product other than the pizza boxes and then the ribbon on this card right here, everything else you can already order in the annual catalog. If not, we've got just a little bit of time before you'll be able to order the pizza boxes and that cute ribbon. But otherwise, everything else is available to order right now. So I want to show you all of the product that we're using on these cards. So like I said, actually, and I'd like to move this stuff out of the way so we've got a little bit cleaner area to be working with. So I'm going to do that housekeeping real quick. So this is the Be Merry suite of products that is, again, like I said, in our the Stampin' Up annual catalog rather than the holiday catalog. So they gave us like a little preview of some fun stuff that we can play with, and that's what I've been doing today. So you can see, let's see, they always show these 2-page spreads, cute projects made with all of the product on this page. So we have the Be Merry Designer Series paper, and you can see this Designer Series paper is that one right there. We're going to use that on our card. Let's see what else. Oh, these really awesome. They're the little boxwood wreath embellishments, I guess I should say. I'm having a hard time talking today. Anyway, that's what that little wreath right there is super cute, and it's almost like a wire kind of they're wrapped around, maybe binding it all together. So I was able to just put a couple of glue dots behind and then stick it right on there without a problem. Let's see what else. On this page, we're using the metallic enamel shapes, and you can see I used one of those little babies, the little silver heart right there on our card. And what else? They kind of showcase the stitched shape framelits, which we do happen to be using around the edge right there. And then also our 1/4 inch double stitch ribbon, the Cherry Cobbler ribbon, you can see. So it's got little X's on the one side. You can see those again on here, little kind of crisscrosses. And then on the back side of the ribbon are these two little dashy mark kind of things. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of flip it over and show you that side of the ribbon on this card that we're making today. But not to tease you, I promise I will have information about all of these other projects on my blog at Gathering Inkspiration, ink with a K, inkspiration.com. Watch for those. I'll give you details on all of these cards throughout the coming weeks. So that you can make those as well too. But anyway, so back to, we're going to do this card today in the video, and I'm just so excited because I love the little, I think it's mistletoe, I don't even know for sure, but anyway, a little holly bough or something or other, whatever you want to call it. I just think it's really kind of sweet and dainty. And then the Christmas wishes. Those images are both from, I forgot to mention that, the Merry Mistletoe stamp set. Such a cute, kind of bold, fun stamp set. And so Christmas wishes, we're going to use that. And I don't think it was on the inside of this card. Oh no, I just kind of stamped that little image again on the inside of this one. I think it was over here on my little baby reindeer card that I stamped this sentiment that says, can you guys read that? It says, wishing you and your loved ones a joyful Christmas and a happy new year. So that's a nice sentiment, right? And then just other fun images. You can see this Merry Christmas. We stamped that, and then that little guy underneath on that card. So those work really well together. And then this one right here works really well to kind of stamp over top of the Merry Christmas there as well. And then some little trees I think that's about it. So anyway, great suite of products. Super excited to show you what we've got going today. So why don't we go ahead and get started on our card. So let's see where to begin. I think I always like to do my big shot work so I can kind of get that done and out of the way. So we are going to cut a couple of things. Typically, so this square piece right here, I usually say to stamp and then die cut, but I want to make sure I have enough room for it all. So we're going to cut the square, this little stitched shape square first. And we're also going to do the little scallop edge, our garden green cardstock. We're going to do that one too. So let me grab the big shot. Grab that, put that right in here. Get that laid down. Okay, so we've got our magnetic platform. And I wonder, I might try to do, I bet we can do both of these at one time. Let's see, so I'm going to pop that piece of paper through there. And I'm going to lay that framelit down. I'm going to move that out a little bit. Yeah, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to rip that off, don't I? Get that out of the way. There. Okay, so that one goes there. And then here's our garden green cardstock. And then this is one of the, so this is not a stitched shape framelit. This is from the Layering Square Framelits, the little scallopy edge. So we're going to cut that guy as well. So I'm laying both of those down on there. I'm going to put my my other clear cutting pad on top. And I am going to crank my hand. Oops, okay. Do I have it too close? Yeah, I might have it too close to the edge. So hold on one sec. I was trying to get all fancy and cut them both at the same time. So let's try that because we don't want to be breaking anything today, right? That wouldn't be any fun to watch me break something in this video. Okay, couple more cranks. There we go. And it shakes and shakes and shakes. Okay, we got one more. All right, there. We are good. Okay, moving the big shot out of the way. Okay, here's our little scallop square in our garden green cardstock. And this strip of paper, I just cut my garden green cardstock. It's 3 1/4 inches wide, and that fits perfectly for that piece. And then let's see, this Whisper White one is just a strip that is 1 inch, or I'm sorry, 3 inches wide. Not 1 inch, 3 inches wide. And it's funny how these stick kind of in here sometimes. There we go. Kind of get all those little edges out. So there is our stitched square as well. Okay, so we've got our big shot work done. We can move those little guys out of the way. Now I want to go ahead and do our stamping. Although since I'm kind of talking about measurements, I think I'm going to tell you about those as well right now. So actually let's move these guys out of the way because that's what made me think. This red cherry cobbler, I should say, square, I just cut. I didn't use any of my framelits to make this square, so I just cut it before I started this video. So this square measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that's all gonna layer very nicely. If you can see that, just kind of peeks out behind there, and then that one goes like that. And we're going to do our stamping obviously on our white piece. Okay, so those are measurements for that. Then the card itself, this one, it's our regular cardstock that measures the 8 1/2 by 11. If I get that lined up there, pretty close enough anyway, right? So 8 1/2 by 11. I cut this piece in half at 4 1/4, kind of on the long ways, and then I scored it along the 11 inch at 5 1/2 inches. And again, that's what always makes that nice crisp fold for our card. Okay, and then the white piece around this piece right here measures 4 by 5 1/4. The only other one you need to know about is this piece of Designer Series paper, the B Mary Designer Series paper, measures 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Okay, and then I did have another piece, same, the 4 by 5 1/4 that goes on the inside. So hopefully I don't forget to do my stamping on that piece when we're doing the video. If anybody could remind me, that'd be really helpful. Okay, so let's do our stamping. Okay, we'll get those guys out of the way. So I am going to start with my Christmas Wishes stamp in my Cherry Cobbler ink. I'm going to ink that up, kind of do the nice easy tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to make sure I didn't get any ink around the top there, and I have that going properly. I'm worried it's not going to go straight. Well, we'll see. If it's not perfect, you guys will know to line it up. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we're gonna grab our garden green ink and do our little, I'm gonna call it a pine bough. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe it's what was I saying earlier? I'm drawing a blank. So that's good there. Mistletoe, that's what it is. Whoo, boy, my mind. I've been working too hard today, ladies. I've been having lots of fun, but working hard, and my brain's a little bit fried now, I guess. But I was too excited, had to show you guys this card before I put everything in the bins to take to class in a couple days. So I think we can go ahead and put our card together now. So why don't we do that? Let's see, it's always, what do we do first, right? So let's put this piece on the inside of our card. We'll get that one in there. So I'm just putting some adhesive on the back. Oops, kind of like to do all around the edges. I bent that a little bit, but that's gonna be okay. Okay, so I'm folding my card up. So this is our little piece that's gonna go inside. I'm gonna flap that down so I can see a little bit better. Okay, and I just use my snail adhesive so if I don't get it just where I like it, I can lift it up and move it. But I think that looks good. I am gonna move this aside because now I want to put some adhesive on the back of my designer series paper and then put it on the white piece that's layering. So we're doing that there. Then we're going to grab our super cute, like I said, this is the Cherry Cobbler. It's a 1/4 inch width, little stitched ribbon. And I'm going to just cut a strip and then tack it around behind. So we'll do that. And then I like to use my fast fuse when I'm using ribbon because, you know, I think it just, the adhesive is a little bit stronger, so it helps keep my ribbon in place a little bit better. And I'm going to flip that back over to make sure it goes straight across. And I think that looks good, so we're going to tack that around the back. And then we're going to add some more adhesive so we can put this on. Oops, I didn't flick my wrist. Ha ha ha, look at all that, but that's all right. That's gonna help it stick to the card, right? Okay, so then we're gonna add this piece, and if you're careful, it keeps getting caught on my fingers as I'm trying to get it lined up. Just don't press down, and you can kind of shimmy this around till you get it where you like. I feel like that ribbon's a little bit crooked, but I think, let's see. Yep, I think that looks good now. Okay, so let's see, now we can add these little bits here. We're going to put some adhesive on the back of our little white stitched shape square. Whew, that is like a little mouthful, isn't it? We don't want to say that too many times. And then this again was my Cherry Cobbler red square piece that measured 2 3/4 inches square, adding a little adhesive there to put him on our garden green scallop square. I love, oh my goodness. I am telling you what, if you don't have anything else in the catalog, you need the layering squares, the layering circles, and layering ovals. Framelits was the next word I was going to say. And then you certainly need the stitched shape framelits because they also come in squares, circles, and ovals. I use these things all the time and I absolutely love them. So that's my plug. That's the thing. That's probably the first thing you need to get because you can use them on so many different projects. So now I'm going to add my dimensionals. I'm going to pop this guy up a little bit and put him on the front of my card, just kind of peeling the backs of those dimensionals off. And we're going to put him on here, get him lined up where I like. Does that look good? I think that's all right. Okay, now a couple last little finishing touches, I like to call them. We are going to use, this is just the Whisper White Baker's Twine. And we're going to make a little baby bow here with our Baker's Twine. Okay, so I'm looping that. It's kind of like tying your shoe, kind of, although I guess you end up with 2 strings when you're tying your shoe, right? It's funny, I just do it so much now, I don't even really know how to instruct how to do it anymore. Hopefully you guys kind of saw that happening. And then I'm going to trim that guy off. And then I actually like to just use, whoops, it's rolling away on me. I use just a little bit of my snail. And then sometimes I kind of, it's almost like I'm pushing the adhesive together so it's not kind of a roll of it. It ends up kind of a skinny little strip. And then I'm going to pop this right on there. Okay, so that, because sometimes glue dots are too big, I think. And so if you can do that, just run a little bit of that snail right there. I think that works perfectly. Then our last little finishing touch. So this was the other, one of the other embellishments that they featured on that page, on that suite page with all of the other products in the Be Merry suite. I'm going to use one of these little silver hearts. So these are from the metallic enamel shapes, and they come in gold and silver shapes in the two different sizes of circles, and then the hearts and the stars. Again, in gold and silver. Oh my goodness. I was trying to move that so I could get it at the right angle, and he popped off of my snips. But there, I think I did it. Okay. Woo! All right. How about that? Isn't that cute? Kind of cute, simple card. Like I said, all those other projects, I'll make sure to, I don't think I'm going to do videos on all of those, but I'll make sure to do blog posts so that you can, you know, see exactly how to put those together. So that being said, make sure you check out my blog, like I said earlier, at Gathering Ink with a K, gatheringinkspiration.com. I will have all those other projects on there, plus lots and lots of other projects. And coming up soon, we'll be talking about Halloween and fall, and then the